Welcome to the studios once again, you glorious people, for a little something I like to call news nobody wants to talk about. Y'all know what's coming, so let's get it on. The Kingsman, if you haven't seen this espionage fever dream of an epic, stop what you're doing right now and watch it. I'll wait. Well, okay, after this episode, go watch it. But anyways, the third movie in the series is on the way, as sources tell us it will be a prequel to the franchise dealing with the catalyst was that forged the Kingsmen into what they are today. The Kingsman is scheduled for release December 22nd, 2021, and will be a guaranteed thrill ride, including a majority of the original cast. I'm a huge fan of those movies, so I can't wait to see it. Did you like the first two? Let me know. Ever had one of those torrid nerd arguments about what would happen if T'Challa was a Ravager? Or if Agent Carter became Captain America? Or how a zombie apocalypse would play out in the Marvel Universe? Well, in August, Disney is planning to show off a new series shedding light on some of those scenarios and ideas in a new collection they're calling What If? A detailed look at exactly how, well, I guess how awesome our heroes can be in different shoes and situations. Check it out on Disney Plus in August of this year. I love the Sniper Elite series. Those games have a great attention to detail and performance, not to mention a game collection spanning of about, what, like 20 years? I bring it up because I was just told by one of my writers on staff that a BR addition to the already impressive game library is available to download now? Still keep the gooey bits of the slow motion kill cam you'll have to chamber around and look down the scope yourself as you fight through wave after wave of oncoming opposing forces. Do you have the skills to take the shot? Download Sniper Elite VR today and find out for yourself. Josh Shane, Sniper BVR. Now, when my writers pitched this story, I about chewed my bottom lip off. This might make some of my more seasoned viewers a bit upset, but I gotta share on the pain. Turns out last week an auction took place showing off classic and retro video games and other memorabilia, and if you owned an NES original during the 80s and 90s, you're gonna be kicking yourself now. Because a copy of Zelda, you know, the one in its glorious golden cartridge edition, was sold for a whopping $870,000! And if that doesn't chap your hiney, someone sold a version of Mario 64 in its original case packaging. I mean from like the first lot of copies made for distribution. Sold in that same auction days later for a killer $1.56 million! And you know what? I had both of those games twice. I was just a squirt when they came out, but I could have been loaded from an outdated circuit board and some plastic from the 80s. How many of those classic games do you remember owning? What console did you start your gaming journey on, I want to know? Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Well, a documentary that came out in April will now allow us to go inside the hearts and minds of the Sesame Street creators and artists and educators who established one of the most influential and enduring children's series in television history. Not to mention basically my entire childhood. With exclusive behind-the-scenes footage and more than 20 original interviews, filmmakers Marilyn Agrello introduces audiences to a gang of visionaries who set out to entertain and educate young minds by harnessing the power of television with furry characters, catchy songs, and a diverse cast of human and feltian. That's a word I just made up. I'm obviously gonna have to check this out. It's almost like having a video for Grandpa's old stories. Check it out now. It's good to see Resident Evil back on the news as Netflix unveils their 4-part episodic Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. And wow, did they stay true to the original characters. And the script work. And the voice acting. And the graphics. Like, what happened? This looks like what happens when Frozen was released and all those like Ice Queen and Snow Girl knockoffs came into being. This legit looks like a ripoff of someone ripping off Resident Evil. And this kind of stuff has me torn, you know, rocking a hard place. With my producers on one side wanting the story and then the fan base flat out hating the show. I was starting to feel like a Jill sandwich. A Jill sandwich. A Jill. What do you guys think? You like the show? Hate the show? Meh the show? Let me know. Remember a while back, I covered Punky Brewster's self-filmed docu-coverage of her teenage years as a child celebrity? Well, it turns out that that was the thing to do, and another actor has chosen to release his collection of tapes and videos detailing his life and journey through his rising career. And that man is Val Kilmer, of all people. Yep, leading right up to his cancer and unfortunate events, he managed to collect and record thousands of hours of footage and is now being streamlined into an experience for you. Val will be coming out this year, and if you admired this fella in his career, you should give it a look. It's scheduled for release July 23rd. Running out of date night ideas? How about a movie? Even better, how would you like to see the journey of a man who locked himself in his home for a year? And what if I told you that man was Bo Burnham? Sounds great, right? Well, if you got the chance for one night on July 22nd, his special, Inside, already aired on Netflix and will now be shown in select theaters for one night. So get your tickets quickly if you can. Now, if I tried to pitch an idea for a movie, it would probably sound something exactly like this. I was blessed with an opportunity to cover the story about a new Van Helsing feature in the works. Not a gritty, dark, gory drama about the trials and tribulations of a man on the run, or the torrid love affair between darkness, eternity, and the struggle for love from Dracula's point of view. How about a movie about Peter Dinklage's Van Helsing teaming up with the vampiric Jason Momoa to essentially pull like a Brothers Grimm con on the rural townships that they live near in the upcoming The Good, the Bad, and the Undead? Yeah, you didn't hear any of that wrong, and if you're not as excited as I am to see this, then we are clearly on the wrong page. This film is currently in production with the two Game of Thrones stars acting as producers respectively. I cannot wait to see this because it seems like it's just exactly my cup of tea. Xbox tried to do what it could to eliminate the ever-toxic GitGud community by tweeting this week in regards to the development team's addition to the invincibility toggle in the menu for the release of their game Psychonauts 2. Their tweet was met with immediate backlash as opposing sides of the topic on either whether or not it's considered completing the game by completing the game on an easy difficulty. Half of the gaming community agreeing with Xbox, saying that everyone should get the chance to experience a game how they see fit. In my opinion, in my opinion, if you spent the money on a game and it's in your game console in your house, it doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter what anybody says about the way you play your games. And the other half of the community going full toxic, spitting all of the hate regarding the no good, get good scrub, try harder, be better shenanigans. Now, I for one sway heavily on this fence where the topic is concerned because I believe everyone should be entitled with the chance to play video games how they want. But you should be ready to anticipate the problems, or at least the probable fact that you yourself might not be capable of playing certain types of video games. Which is my blue ass stays away from, like, the Sims emulators or the city builders or build your own amusement park games or RPGs. Even though the Roller Coaster Tycoon was my best friend's jam, my theory is if I want to kill a bunch of fictional people with some travesty and chaos, I'll pull out Call of Duty. What's your guys' opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. That's going to do it for this week's episode of News Nobody Wants to Talk About. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in and seeing what we got going on in the studio. It always warms my heart to see you guys checking out what we got going on. Remember, we release new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to hit that like button and smash subscribe because I'm Nobody, I love your face, and I will see you next time.